as we talked about, there's certain things that we probably have to change about our lives that we haven't done in the past. We need to make it a habit. We all buckle our seatbelt. I was born in 1959, and I came from a big family, 6 kids, and I don't know that I knew what a seatbelt was till I was maybe 10 or 12 years old. But all my nieces and nephews, when I take them out for a drive now, won't let me take them out for a drive until I'm buckled in and they're buckled in. So we have to change the way that we do things, just like locking your doors at night. Now, there's a number of things in any presentation that are called takeaways. The primary takeaway for me in this presentation is that if you have your Social Security card on your person, you should not. You should, I don't know, other than maybe if you're going to the Social Security Administration office, there's probably no reason for you to have your Social Security card on you. The other thing is something called the FACT Act, and I want to show you this website. It's called annualcreditreport.com. And when you think .com, you're thinking it's a commercial website. Well, technically it is, but this website was created as a result of something called the FACT Act, the Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act. And so that's a federal law, by the way. And so what happens is all three of the major repositories, or what we generally call credit bureaus, have worked together to create this. And every year I go and I get my 3 credit reports from this. It's completely free. You don't get your credit scores, but by federal law, you must have access to your credit report every year. Now you have 3 credit reports, 3 major credit reports. Some people like me, I always give thanks that I have a great job and that I have great credit. And so on Thanksgiving, that's when I go and I get my 3 credit reports. That's how I remember that. Other people will get their credit reports one every 3 or 4 months. They will stagger them. So if you remember nothing about this presentation, please remember annualcreditreport.com. Completely free. The credit score is not free, and you will be solicited by these 3 credit repositories for identity theft protection and that type of thing. But please, please, at least once a year, get your credit reports. I also want to mention an article by one of our, is it Ida? Is that how I pronounce it? Ida? Ida, who was one of our more active union members, back in April of this year, April of 2015, did a wonderful article along with the Federal Trade Commission identity theft video. And you can find that on voanews.com. I'll send you out a link to that. It's Identity Theft Victim, Don't Panic, Take Action. A couple of great videos, wonderful report from, like I said, one of our more active union members with links to all kinds of resources. So as I was out there searching for some updated information, I found that from Ida, and I would strongly recommend that you take a look at that article. I've got copies of it for you, hard copies of it for you here in the presentation. So once again, learn how to read your credit report. When I started in the mortgage business in the late 80s, it was like, you just couldn't understand them. But now the formats have improved greatly. And so if you have any questions, almost anybody in the mortgage or retail industry can generally help you with your credit report. You don't want to be showing everybody your credit report, but formats have improved greatly. As we talked about as well, look at some of your credit and account statements. Look for any charges you didn't make. One thing that I learned is a friend of mine, whenever he goes to the gas station, always gets gas and has the amount that he buys end in .88. So what he knows is if there's ever a charge from a gas station that is not ending in like $10.88 or $11.88, there's a problem. So there's just kind of sort of little tricks that people can use. Be alert for bills that don't arrive when you expect them. I'm expecting an American Express bill in the next few days. If I don't get it, I'm going to be calling American Express. And if you get account statements that you don't expect, talk to the creditor immediately. Unfortunately, the IRS has federal employees now who do nothing but deal with identity theft. They have a specialized identity theft protection unit. For those of you watching on video, the number is 800-908-4490. 800-908-4490. And for those of you here at the class, I'll be providing a copy of this PowerPoint to you directly. I've always wanted to be a bartender. I don't know why, but I never did because I don't like cigarette smoke. So I went to a presentation by a bartender school not long ago, and they asked me to fill out an application, and they asked me for my Social Security number. And I said to them, "Why do you want my Social Security number?" And nobody there could answer the question. I was just amazed by that. I also had another thing, and I wrote this down. Let me see. I was at the bartender school, and then, oh, gee whiz, I'm sorry. I thought I wrote this down. But somebody else had asked me for it, and I was thinking, okay, here it is. Oh, no, I thought I wrote it down. But there were two incidents recently where somebody asked me for my Social Security number. Oh, I know what it was. I'm getting a mortgage loan, and in order to get this special program for veterans through Maryland, you have to fill out a form for the school. And they asked me for my Social Security number as well. People just ask your Social Security number for general purposes. And I asked them why they needed it, and they couldn't answer me either. So don't be giving out your Social Security number. I forgot to bring it, but I've been traveling for years as a mortgage trainer, and I looked at my Holiday Inn loyalty card from about 20 years ago. You know, the numbers they use and everything. I swear to you, and I'll try to remember to bring it for tomorrow. They used my Social Security number for my Holiday Inn ID card. So somebody in Holiday Inn, for no reason whatsoever, has my Social Security number as the loyalty number. So again, why do you need it? How will it be used? And how do you protect it? My guess is they don't protect it very well. Many companies will have these things on just a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. It's important to keep your papers secure. You can buy a safe now at Office Depot or Office Max or whatever is left, Staples, for a couple of $100. You should probably consider having a safe or a little lock box. Lock up your purse or wallet at work. There was a Seinfeld episode where George had this huge wallet. You know, he had this. You know, some people have this huge wallet and it just expands. And I've got a friend. He's like that. It's just got everything in it, including until recently a Social Security card. So there's really no reason that I can think of to carry your Social Security card or lots of debit or credit cards. I carry my debit card with me, and I carry my I think it's my American Express card, and that's it. Be careful with your email and postal mail. There's a specific way, and I'll send you a link to that about how the U.S. Postal Service will help you to hold your mail. Shredders, I was pricing them, are less than $50 now. Do we have shredders in this building, by the way, accessible to anybody? Do we? No? There's one. A burn bag or something? Yeah. One of the things I was thinking is that maybe in certain strategic areas throughout the building as a service, the agency could provide shredders. BBG and the union have negotiated regarding employee work time or official time to deal with the effects of the OPM data theft. The employees are allowed 2 hours per pay period while at work, plus the use of agency computers and telephones. And then we've been advised that you should coordinate with your supervisor so that it doesn't interfere with any other work issues. But once again, the agency and the union have negotiated, and you are allowed 2 hours per pay period to deal with the effects of the OPM data theft.